not God. And at the beginning, the devotees, they did not understand it. They think they have to force people to become, because this is the best. This is the best, we've got no doubt. So now I have to force you to accept it. Still, up to today, remember, so many conversations we have in the work that we are doing. Said if people understand, they're ready to do it, they do it. But we cannot dictate them. This is not what you go to.
Not everybody is interested to drive a Jaguar, you know. Not now.
You know? So free will at every moment. And then you have to act in such a way that people freely will say, yes, I do want. Yes, I'm going to do this. Yes. Of course, sometimes, like the parents, you have to push a little bit. The children, they don't want to go to school. You have to go to school, no doubt. You do your service, you accepted the service, so please do it right. Yes? But still, you always have to respect the free will of the person. And if the person accepts, yes. If the person don't accept, then you have to step back and wait, accept the situation. And Krishna will have to do the rest. It's so important in these matters.
I had the same experience when I was a student in Trier. So I was living direct in the walking area, and often I came out of my house and I saw, in the distance, I saw devotees. I didn't know what they are. I saw them with the books, and immediately I got an impression in my mind: if you are entangled with them, you never will be separated from them again. So that was my impression. If you came in contact with this person, you never can separate anymore. You are with them. So and then I said, oh no, I'm not ready. And I always escape. If you're on a walking street like this, and you always when you see it from a distance, you see, okay, I go this way. He will not touch me. And later on, when I was
But
reading,
even that alone, that your eyes see it, and then you think, I am not going to go this way, I'm going to go this way. It's already a big effort about Krishna.
Yeah. And then later on, I was reading the Bhagavad Gita. I got a Bhagavad Gita from a small boy like him. And I asked him, please show me. And he was screaming, oh, my mother is always reading in the night. And he said, come, give it to me. I only need it. And I was reading the Bhagavad Gita, and then I have to give the Bhagavad Gita back to this boy. So I gave it, and then it was for some time. I read the Bhagavad Gita, but I had no book anymore. No? And I was always looking, and I was thinking, maybe one day I will meet these guys on the street again. I want to meet the street. I was always looking, if I walking through the streets, where they are. I could not figure out. And one day, I saw Bhakta Boris. He was in Trier. He was standing there, and he was standing there with the books, and I straight I went to him, and he was astonished at how I came towards him. He was looking, and I was looking at the books and said, I want to have this. He was completely flabbergasted. I said, and I gave him a donation. He said, oh, thank you very much. I was so much looking for this book.
And this is another example similar to what you said. This Bhakta Boris, we are struggling with him for 27 years because he's drug addict and alcohol addict and whatnot. For 27 years, he doesn't get the curve to actually chant his rounds and do things. Now, since 1 year, he starts a little bit. But he made so many devotees. I always calling his acharya in what he does because he's struggling so bad against all his bad habits. He doesn't get it together. But so many other devotees are becoming devotees because yesterday there's 2 people who came here because of him. You know? So it's funny, you know how Krishna works.
And the old one, he came personally to me, knocked on my door, and I opened and I said, oh, I'm so thankful about what you said. I have the understanding, I understood something. Sorry, that is also what we recognize as a preacher. I had the understanding that yesterday in the middle part of the lecture, I was really struggling. I didn't find the words, and I was really very simple, basic words. All the devotees here, which are already initiated, they were looking on the floor. They couldn't do something, not anything what I was saying. But later on I understood that Krishna was somehow, that I was speaking to him, because I mentioned him, how he was shaking with his hands, and previously he was stumbling something, and I said, oh, he was really problems. So later on, if he came to me and thanked me, I understood that I was, and that Krishna used me, that I speak so simple words that he could understand. And I was thankful. Yes, I said, yes, that I have to learn, that I'm only an instrument in the hands of my spiritual master, Prabhupada and Krishna. And that it's not my intention is important, the intention of the parampara is important in this moment. So just surrender. Just try always to surrender. That is also about your question. Try, if you are struggling on the street, nobody says that, oh Krishna, I want to surrender to you. Use me as you like.
And the result does not belong to us. Also, there's also an important book distribution that's important to understand. Whether I do distribute books or not, or how many books I distribute or not, it's not my result. It doesn't belong to us, this result. It's only up to Krishna. And if I did not distribute books, in Sri Shikshashtaka says, even if you never show yourself to me again, or you handle me roughly, you're still my Lord. Huh? So never mind the result. And then these things will give a certain attitude that will eventually Krishna will say, okay, now you're ready.
I will.
You know, when at our time when we go on the street, people were beating us, they were spitting at us, they were throwing stones at us, and we get to jail. The police pick us up and put us to jail. That was the time when we distributed books. And we distributed books still, and that didn't mean that tomorrow, I'm not going out there, people are spitting on you. No, we didn't say, yeah, let them spit, let me go tomorrow again. And every day we went for years. Never mind what happened.
Because we don't see the people, you know, as they. I sometimes also have this experience with people when they talk to me and they have a little, yes, geistesstörung, mind. Forget, yeah, no, some psychic disease, something like. And I speak to them, and later they go like you were speaking to. They go like, why do I feel just like a normal man when I'm with you? Yeah, because I don't see you as the sickness. I don't see you as a man, as a whatever, as a flower. I just see you as a person, and I treat you like a person. This is what the people see, and then it's coming into them. The sound gets into their ears and into their understanding. If you talk to them like just normal, you have a certain respect. So that's why we also can then say like him, or like everybody goes like, it's up to you, no? Whatever you do with this, I just tell you this, it's up to you. You decide by yourself. But they feel like, oh, never, I've been treated like disrespectful, because my doctor goes like, you are sick, and my teacher goes like, come on.
My
so
wife left me because I'm sick, and my children don't want to talk to me, and whatnot.
Just we give the people a certain understanding of,
you're not this body.
You're not this body, yeah, thank you.
We're not this body.
You're not this body. You're just a normal soul, and I respect you like any other. Yeah.
This idea that Prabhupada said, would like to give another example. One of our members suggested that we should celebrate Iskconw. So last year we celebrated, and I said, okay, you want to do it, then you choose a text and you present a text to the community and we'll talk. So he did. Some devotees, was middle of the week, so we started late because everybody went to work, and afterwards they came here. And then what happened? He opened the book, the text he chose, and there was two, I don't know, were you there for our last week? Anyway, he wrote 2-3 sentences, proper text, 2-3 sentences about Radhakund, and the text was that big. Everything else, you are not this body. And the person who insisted that we should celebrate this day because he wanted to talk about Radhakunda and whatnot, he was completely before you go there and you want to talk about this, first understand you're not this body. And when you have this clear and everything takes a lot of time, everybody, so this year I asked him, shall we put this on the, no need. This point, as you give this example, this is what the devotees have to realize for themselves and for others. And this is why we can almost deal with anyone, because we are not limiting the person to the body. We're seeing the soul, and Krishna in the heart. And this transcends everything else. That character, ugliness, disease, color, skin, nationality, language, everything. It transcends everything. And this is why when a person like him or others or all of us, we understand this, then we say, oh, I'm not going to be judged because I'm stupid, I'm not going to be judged because I'm intelligent or because I'm ugly or beautiful or thick or something. I'm going to be for something else, my soul, what I need and look for. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I think we should, I mean, if you like, we can continue talking, but today we have work to do also.
Can I start my service?
1 second.
Yes.
Vielen Dank.
Abschlusswort.
Abschlusswort.
Maybe you like to tell us why you like to come here. Yesterday you told me you like to come here. Maybe 2 sentences, 2-3 sentences. So this is
Why I like to come here?
Yeah.
Because I feel at home here.
So you're always welcome.
So I learned to laugh. And that is what the Sankirtan devotee said also on the farm. I love people, we love people. So I was always alone for myself when I was young and a child. I was living in my mind. I had a hard time to be with the people because I could not understand what is going on in the world. I tried different escapes, but everything failed on the platform of sense gratification. It was a completely failure for me. So then I met the devotees, and in the beginning one was also critical and so on. But now I have understood that what I said previous in the class. I'm here, and now I am here, and I like to be here, and I feel satisfied here, I feel at home here. And I have no other thoughts in my mind that I want to be somewhere else. So I'm right here. Now for you, for me, to speak, for myself, to get a better understanding what I'm speaking, I'm satisfied with the situation. And especially I'm satisfied with this temple. I love this temple. I love it from the first time when I saw it, when I came the first day with my Guru Maharaj here. I was the driver. I was never before here in this temple room in my spiritual life. And I immediately fell in love with the situation here. And I thought to myself, I want to go back to this temple. And then I was in Gologadam. I was not a preacher at this time. I was just a distributor, prasadam distributor, householder. And then I heard 2 devotees in front of the temple room in Gologadam. It was 2 devotees, they were arguing. No, you will do it. No, I don't want. Go you. No, I don't want. And I said, what is the judge's matter? And they said, oh, we are just arguing who is going to Harinam to give the Saturday class there. I said, what? I will go. I will go. He said, yes, do it. So that was the first time that I came by myself to here. I fell in love with this level. So I cannot do something else anymore. It has to come, always here. Once a year, at minimum.
And bring your Guru Maharaj here.
Yes, and with my Guru Maharaj, I also like to come. That is the best situation in devotional life is that you are becoming an order and you just fulfill the order. We are servants. So the best situation for a servant is that he can fulfill an order which he got from another higher devotee in the order of devotional service. That is the most satisfying situation for me. I'm an order carrier, fulfilling orders.
Thank you for accepting the order.
I'm a solution finder. To find a solution for the situation to present Krishna in the best way.
How many years now we're working together?
We both.
Yeah. When I first asked you to take service.
4 years.
4 years ago.
4 years. I'm happy. Also to work with you. Yesterday I had a review, a thought about this. So why I am like to work with Dina Sharana? Because my thoughts were, because she is a mother tree. And I thought,
Yeah, this is a problem.
and then I thought, okay, and who else is working together with Dina Sharana? Oh yes, this is Krishna Prema Rupa. And then I investigated what we have, what he and I have together, that we are like to work with her. And the conclusion was, we are both raised up in our childhood by a mother. His father was dying when he was small, and my father was there, but he was a soldier. He couldn't express himself. He was under a depression of to be a soldier in the war, so he never spoke to me. He was there, but he was simultaneously not there, because he didn't tell me anything. So he was addicted to alcohol, but my mother was always present. My mother was teaching him. So Krishna Prema Rupa and I, we were raised up by a woman. So I was always trained to hear what the women who has knowledge has to say. I'm obedient to this by nature, and therefore I like to work with you. That's for me a natural environment. And you are the order carrier of Srila Prabhupada in Germany. So previous I didn't know you. Therefore we never met. No? But if I understood who you are and what you are doing, immediately I agreed by my heart. I said, oh yes, I have to follow. This is what I have to do in the future. So this I can give to you because she is empowered, she is a nice person, so I love to work with her.
I would like to, because it's an important notion, not because I'm involved, but the idea, the principle. As we know, when I became, I would like to say 3 things. When I became the GBC, I was invited in Leipzig. Maybe some of you heard the story already before. I was invited in Leipzig for the Ratha Yatra. Kadamba Swami was there and some other, I don't know who. And I was on the next day, on Sunday, I was asked to give class, and there was 300 people in the room, packed. So I was asked to give class, and I said, Maharaj is here, and this Maharaj is here, and so, yeah. So Maharaj said, no, please give class, I give class, I'm here 1 week already, every day I'm giving class, you give class. So then he gave me an order. I was asked, but I wanted because they're seniors. He gave me an order. So I said, Maharaj, under your order, I will give it. So it was so packed, I was sitting on the floor like we are on the kid, and Maharaj was sitting so close that the whole time I had to make sure my knee is not going to touch his knee, I just sit like that. Anyway, I gave class, and one devotee who most of the people of us know, which name I'm not going to say because it's the story, he asked me, at the end of the class, he has a question. So, yes, Prabhu, how is it that Prabhupada says that the ladies, they should take care of the children and cook, and you are becoming a GBC? So, you see, in front of 300 people. Du verstehst, was ich erzähle? Okay, so, what did I do? I said, Prabhu, thank you very much that you're asking me such an embarrassing question in front of everybody. But I made the point. By this, I told him, you're embarrassing me, you're trying to humiliate me, you're disrespecting me, whatnot. I said, you know why I thank you? Because now, I'm sure all these people here, they are thinking the same question. And if you didn't ask in front of them, I would have to explain to each one of them why. Now I can tell to everyone. So then, next, I asked him, Prabhu, how long have you been a devotee, initiated devotee? And he said, 17 years. I said, whew, long time. In the afternoon, the last day of the GBC meetings, in the afternoon, that's where the voting takes place every year. At the last meeting, last day, last hour. So then they called me, I came, and 40 women were there. Yeah, I heard you became GBC. Wow! I said, what's going on here? 40 ladies. Now, finally, we are going to have our way. I said, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not here to defend the ladies or see, I'm just here to do a service. I'm not,
it's not politic.
I'm not here to say now women's, Okay, so I went into the room and there was a lot of other votes, and then finally my vote came. And I think Pradhananda Swami was the chair on that year, together with 3 others, if I remember well. And he said, and Madhyatina Shana was voted it anonymously. And then I raised my hand and said, Maharaj, I'm sorry, but I don't think it was anonymously because several Prabhus came to me and told me they are not going to vote for me. So he looked at me, he looked, no, anonymously, so many voices, so many presents, so many, everybody voted for you. And then he said, this never happened before. That other GBC, there was some, So, the attitude, those who talked to me, they could sense, even though I didn't say, I just said, oh Maharaj, whatever you think, right? So I wanted to tell it, but there wasn't a third one. I forgot it now. Anyway, why are we talking about this?
Because he loves to work with you.
Yeah, because women, that was the reason. So, so when this Prabhu confronted me and all these things, because like I said, I'm not educated, I have no, even in Krishna consciousness, I have had very little association with Srila Prabhupada. I did have some because I happened to be 3 months in Vrindavan when Prabhupada was there, and I had one talk with him, longer talk, it's also a far-out story. And then I had to come to terms with how am I going to do this service and what's my position in this service. On one side, I have authority because I'm GDC. My duty is to check to make sure the standards are met, everybody's doing the right thing. And at that time, we had 17 creditors, 17 court cases, pending court cases when I joined, so how I'm going to do this, I don't know anything about law. I ask him to take care of things because I don't have to talk to the lawyers because I don't understand what they're talking about. When they become technical, I'm saying, okay, but I don't know the law, I don't know all these things. So what did I had to, it took me 6 years for these men that were around who gave me help on a daily basis because I was a woman GBC. 6 years, every day crying, every day struggling, until 2 of them who were really hartnäckig, I was able to somehow, after some time, they agreed. They said, Mataji, I'm sorry, I made so much propaganda against you, but now I begin to understand. I'm sorry and I want to support you. What shall I do? So I gave them the service. Whatever people you were talking to, you go to them and you tell them, Tina Shana is okay, support them and support my work. You're not doing this for me, you're doing this with Prabhupada for yourself, So, and one thing that came to my mind, what role will I take? I'm not a man, and I don't want to become a man. And Prabhupada said, women, they're never going to be sannyasis, they're not so. Yeah? And then Prabhupada says, women are less intelligent than men. All these things, yes? So I have to keep this in mind. I know I'm more intelligent than many men. I know it. But still, Prabhupada said, ladies are less intelligent. So I have to accept this instruction and keep in place because of that. So in fact, it is that if you see my signature, I write Mother Dinashana Devidas. Why Mother? Because I figured if I become everybody's mother, then I'm no danger anymore for all these men that think, why is a woman a sannyas? What about my ego? I'm just a mother. And Krishna put me in this position, and as a mother, I'm asking you, please, for Prabhupada, for the mission, do this and this and this. And as a mother, sometimes I can say, don't do like this, please do like this. I told you, now you do like this, please. Yes? So I can, as a mother, I can do many, many things that I cannot do as a man. But I had to realize this first. And then sometimes I told my husband, I said, why is Krishna waiting for such a long time to give me the service? I could have done it earlier, and then, I could have more time, because now I'm an old lady, I have to get out. And then he said to me, can you imagine when you were this young, beautiful girl that you were doing this service? You cannot do it. It was not. He said, I have to become old, I have to become mature, I have to understand so many things before I can actually do the service. So it was a long road, a long way and long. But then, without me wanting to do, or even, I didn't even know what a GBC is. Krishna put me. So that shows Krishna has a plan up there. He is planning all of us. And we have no idea.
Yes.
We have no idea. Zero idea. And just by surrendering, by agreeing to do what is wash the toilet, change your grounds, take care of the kids, whatever is coming up. And Krishna at the end is going to take you where he thinks you're needed. So trust him. If he did it for me, he does it for everyone else also. And I'm not perfect, but my life was perfect. But somehow Krishna gave me really the opportunity. You know, I used to have chronic headache my whole life long, since a young girl until many years. The day I became GBC, I had to today not a headache once. Not once. Why? Because before I was unterbeansprucht.
Underestimation.
Estimated or
I was always, I was the wife
Underworked.
of my husband, and the mother of my kids, and the changing the authorities, and then from the moment I could be myself more and more and develop into it more and more and more and more. And my service and what I understand from this movement, what I think I understand from Prabhupada, I don't pretend that I know everything. I don't pretend I understood all the philosophy like an academic or something. But I think I understood the essence of what Prabhupada wanted. And as you said, I learned to love people. I learned it. Some people by nature, they like people. That was not my nature. It was not. People were nerving me because I felt into it so much nonsense. Yeah, you know, I was irritated. But by this now I've learned to first of all love, accept myself and love other people as they are, even though they really sometimes give me a big again. But, and this is what Krishna does for me. And even it says, it's okay to be a pujari or so, but if you have no respect for people and everything, you are not on the right spot. And Krishna, by Krishna's mercy, he opened my heart and gave me the opportunity to love all these people here, with their kids and all the diapers that they live in the trash, and I have to bring them out and all this, you know. What? So I'm thankful for all of you who have supported me, who give me the opportunity for me to become self-realized in my capacity, just like you feel self-realized, your guru is telling you. I also feel self-realized. But that doesn't mean I'm now some important person, but Krishna has heard my plea for God consciousness, for whatever it is I was looking for. He has fulfilled. He has fulfilled it for you and for so many others. All of these people here, they will be self-fulfilled. They already are, but it takes time until they come to that understanding conclusion. Understand. Maria is here. So she's so patient with me, but she has learned a lot of things. Yes?
I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. But you have learned something, yes? She's a completely different person than when she came a year and a half ago. Completely, you would not recognize her. It's amazing.
What to speak of him?
Well, he is a hard nut to crack. But we're working 25 years together already. Yes. And sometimes, you know, we're really...
Some guru would say at this point, you're nothing special, don't.
Yeah, his guru told me, please take care of him. His guru asked me to please take care of him. I'm not there to do it, so
Okay.
so I feel bad. And it's an amazing thing. That's another thing which is amazing. With the how to say, the dissonance that happens sometimes, you know, the misunderstandings and all the far-out stuff that happens sometimes, and he really makes me angry, but I don't feel anger.
Oh, okay.
You know, I become loud because I have to tell him, but I don't feel nothing here. I don't feel anger. And he could have said, okay, ciao now. Enough, this woman, enough. You know, awesome, but we're 25 years working together. And without this guy who's giving me a hard time every day, nothing would have happened. He was the first person who told me, I want to support you. First, in all this time. And without him, nothing would have happened. Nothing at all. So we have to trust Krishna. Krishna knows. We don't know nothing. We are just
You are simply representing like the embracement of Krishna. Sometimes it's soft and sometimes it's
Yes.
a little bit
Yes, it's hard, yes. Yes. It's just parents, they love their children, but because Prabhupada explains, if a guest comes the first time, you don't yell at them.
Yeah.
You don't say,
No.
right? But when you love somebody, you want to teach them somebody, it's important to you to do something. So sometimes you become
like a mother.
like,
This is family, that we can exchange even difficult topics in a loving way.
Yeah.
That's family.
all right, let's have,
Yes, we
Next
should
step.
take Prasadam.
Thank you very much.
let's see, yeah, thank
We
you
have to
all of
go
you,
on with
also thank you
our-
all of you.
Mission.
Who will say the prayer for Prasadam, so we sit here, because otherwise everybody is busy with plates and cups. Sarira Vijay